is. What can you tell us about Andrea?
Well, right now he's day-to-day. Doctors haven't had a chance to analyze the MRIs as of yet. Probably won't go tonight, but after that he's going to be day-to-day.
Dr. Barbosa told us 2 weeks.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's got his medical degree. I'm sure it's from Sao Paulo University. So I haven't heard that. It's news to me, but I've been told it's day-to-day, so we go from that.
I mean, obviously, situations happen. You lose your top scorer. Other guys have to step up. But this is a big shoes to fill. Big shoes
to fill. I mean, but that's what everybody wants, playing time, and unfortunately, one man doesn't stop a show. As much as we need Andrea, we still got to have other guys to step up. Unfortunately, but I think that's the norm around the league right now. You look around the league, there's some injuries. That's going to happen. So everybody else has to be prepared. You're worried about, and I said this in training camp, that with all these rapid-fire games, anything could happen. And unfortunately, one of our top players has gone down. So now they do have to step up.
Would your contingency plan be Jamal because of Hibbert, or?
A little bit of everything. I mean, right now we're thinking about, going with Jamal. But, again, we haven't made a firm decision on that. Jamal will see more time against Hibbert. But we haven't made a firm decision on that yet.
Clay's still, because he's still fresh back, he's still going to come off the bench for now?
Yes, he is. He really is. I mean, he did an excellent job the other night. Thought he had fresh legs, ran the floor the way we want to run. And so he gave us a big punch off the bench the other night.
You mentioned guys having an opportunity to step up, and we've seen DeMar struggle lately. This seems to be a perfect opportunity for him to show that he can be that elite player now.
It is. I mean, it's always that. And again, I'm not putting a lot of to me, he's a young guy. He's a young star with great potential, and the Toronto Raptors have to step up, not just one guy. We need far more than from DeMar tonight. So I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on him. And he knows he's had some off nights offensively. But my thing, like I told him, I don't care if he misses 15 shots, as long as he does his job where he's supposed to be, has a good look, take it. Don't feel pressure on it, because I want him to have that freedom. But defensively, he's got to do what he's supposed to do. That's why I get very detail-oriented when it comes to making mistakes.
Is there a danger that, you work so hard to get this defensive mindset solidified here. Is there a danger that you lose a guy who is predominantly your biggest scorer, that everybody's going to start going, well, we got to make up for this offense, and all of a sudden the defense starts to falter?
No, because that's where we got to hang our hat on. If we don't keep tight defensively, we have a small margin of error. So that's our first area of focus, is maintain our defensive integrity, and then offensively make sure we execute. It's going to have to be a team. I don't see a 20-point score coming off the bench, so it's going to be everybody adding in. Not one guy trying to pick up the slack. It's going to have to be a collective effort offensively.
Obviously, the field goal percentage against has been a very nice sign, but consequently, the foul rate's gone up. Mm-hmm. Is that a product of the no easy buckets mentality, or what is it a product of?
It is. That's one of the things. And I said at the beginning of the year, probably our three-point shooting percentage, I figured that would go up. Our foul rate would go up. I think that's a product of us being more aggressive, the officials not being used to us being aggressive, doing away with the soft mentality. I don't get as concerned about that. I want us to attack offensively and get to the foul line and be aggressive, that type of thing, because I think if you look around the league, the foul rate is up, and I think that's something that we want to be a part of that group, attacking the rim, attacking the basket, being aggressive. I don't want us to stop being aggressive. I want us to be smart. I think we made some bonehead fouls, so I think we want to take those out, the fouling in the half court, the fouling after a guy secures a turnover, a rebound, or whatever, that type of thing. That, and also two other areas, turnovers and second shots, second chance points. We got to clean those areas up.
You talked about no 20-point scorers coming off the bench, but in the last game you did have one in Leandro, and obviously with Linus coming back as well. Finally nice, especially in this season, to see some productivity from that second.
It is. I don't, you'd love to have that every night, but you want him to give it to us off the bench. LK can give it to us. James Johnson's done a solid job off the bench. We need a little bit from everybody. and really don't expect 20 points a night off the bench from LB, but it would be nice for him to continue his rhythm I thought he had the other night coming off the bench.
And with a player like that, I mean, especially looking for that spark, is it a matter of giving him the green light because he's a guy that can create his own offense?
Nobody's ever told LB not to take his shot. I mean, of all our players, if you have your shot, you've got the green light to take it. And our guys have that freedom. We want to be an aggressive attacking team defensively and a running flow team offensively. We've kind of gotten away with that because Andrea had it going. We've got to be a running team. We want to run first. That's our first option because the NBA is too tough to come down every time and just grind it out.
As you mentioned, the schedule is going to lead to a lot of injuries this year. Do you have to be even more cautious bringing guys back because there could be 3 games in 4 nights as opposed to having a game in a few days in between?
Yeah, that's more a question for the doctors. I mean, if a guy's in uniform, I have the privilege to use them. So, if a guy's available in uniform, and that's up to the guys to know when guys can come back and when they can't come back. But that is an issue around the league, our injuries because of the number of rapid-fire games and the type of injuries, the muscle injuries or wear and tear on the body that the schedule has given us. So, but again, we've got the games are coming. We've got to play them.
Did you see what Golden State did with Howard last night?
No. Oh yeah. I don't expect that with Hibbert tonight.
Do you have thoughts on it as a philosophy?
It's each coach's philosophy. I mean, I don't, I think in special situations, for me personally, subscribe to that. But you can do it, and I don't see myself doing that the entire game. But again, Coach Jackson decided to do that for his team. That's his prerogative and his philosophy. So
we don't like it because it makes for long basketball games.
Oh, okay. You can't get your deadline. That's what it is. You can say that, Eric.